What's up? We got Mike Diva here.
Look at that guy.
Hey!
He didn't want to let you know, but he came in on a hoverboard.
I mean, it seems like most people on a hoverboard, it's like, okay, buddy. But I mean, it's like it makes sense for you.
That does not sound like a compliment at all. Like, not even a thinly veiled.
The fact that you're still riding it is very endearing. I
no,
find it, yeah.
Okay. Just to put this out here, I was specifically asked to bring this hoverboard for a sketch that I'm filming later.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, I don't just bring hoverboards everywhere.
Yeah.
But I also requested on my writer that it's a hoverboard-only interview, and they wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's under the table. He'll be riding it.
Yeah.
But it's like seeing someone on roller skates now. It's like, oh, how unique.
Yeah.
This is like the ultimate flashlight.
Is it kind of retro now?
Yeah.
Already, yeah. It's like it's been about 6 months since
hoverboards really blew up,
literally
literally.
blew up. Yeah. It was around Christmas when everyone started getting them, and then it was like, oh, these things are fucking dangerous. Like on a global scale now.
Yeah.
Instantly killed it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the day that my legs get blown off. It's a kind of fun little like game of hot potato with myself.
Yeah.
I like it. By the way, I'm gonna be hoverboarding like this the whole
Yeah, that's
interview.
fine.
Please.
No, that's exactly what we want.
But yeah, I mean, you like feature them in your videos. That's what I meant.
yeah, I
it
just
wasn't an insult.
But also, I don't think the videos are really a love letter to hoverboards
Exactly.
either. So.
No, and that's the thing. I like poking fun of myself. You know, I know I look like a fuckboy, and I also I do vape in earnest. I honestly do vape.
Yeah.
But it's because I quit smoking cigarettes. So
Elliot vapes now.
Yeah, I
It's
vape.
better than cigarettes, right? I mean,
I did.
Depends how drunk I am.
I tried to get off of cigarettes by
health
vaping,
wise, yeah.
and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I just had to do cold turkey because the vape was just like, I wasn't getting enough. Like there's no. Sorry, kids, but no, it's fine. I think they know this already. But there's nothing like the real thing.
if there's anything you take away, there's nothing like the real thing. Go smoke cigarettes, boys.
Yeah.
Cold
a
turkey
vape,
works.
it's
It's been almost 2 years. So
We're not
It's
all
like,
as
it's like
badass
fucking
as
with a
you are.
condom.
Yeah.
It's just not as good.
Yeah, exactly.
So never use condoms
Never
and
use
always
condoms.
smoke
Always
cigarettes.
smoke cigarettes. Never use
And
condoms.
if
All
you're
right.
gonna drink, it might as well be straight whiskey, no ice.
Fuck
Yeah.
that
And
rubbing
room
alcohol, dude.
temperature.
Go
Yeah.
buy the ticket, take the
Isopropyl
ride.
alcohol.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
99%.
Ether, and this is starting
I'm a
out
pure
great.
ether guy
Yeah.
myself. All right.
How to be cool with Mike Diva. That'll be the title.
Smoke all the cigarettes, do all the drugs, and
Ride hoverboards.
Yeah.
And
Boom, done.
Yeah. With just soak your feet in gasoline, then get on the hoverboard.
Hell yeah.
And go.
Dude, I'm gonna get annihilated in the comments. I can't wait.
No, it'll be fine.
So yeah, let's talk about the two most recent things that you unleashed onto the internet.
Because you may not know Mike Diva's face. Well, now you do. But there is a statistical improbability that you haven't seen
Yeah.
a video that this man has touched.
It's just naturally viral. So the most recent one you came out with was it focused on Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And then about a month ago, you had a video focusing on Donald Trump, and they both took unorthodox approaches to their subject matter. Hillary Clinton, meme queen, featured a lot of memes.
yeah, just
A
it was
lot
a
of memes.
compilation
Memes
of
come to
basically-
life.
I
yeah.
call it a meme nightmare.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like it is overwhelming and nauseating. Like,
Dude,
to a
I
degree.
actually got sick editing it.
Oh, I can't
was like-
imagine like going through. There's
You know what surprised me with that one is I wrote the video to be like intentionally cringy.
Yeah.
But every time I watched it, I would cringe like really hard, and I was
Yeah.
like, I've never had a video that I've made like make me sick and not want to watch it. And like especially like even the first half of it is just very, it's very fellow kids and
Yeah.
I just never. I don't know. I didn't expect myself to cringe for my own stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that's what's great about the Hillary video, like specifically, is that it actually touches on a real life problem that she has, where she
Yeah.
tries to relate with youth to the point of it being a bit over the top.
all right,
and ridiculous.
lady, you're
We get it.
67 years old
Yeah.
or whatever.
Whereas the Donald Trump one was just like completely
Just out of
bonkers
nowhere.
out
Absurdity,
there.
yeah.
Like, there's no, there's
but not
no,
based on anything.
In Donald Trump's reality, he is not a popular person to Japanese
well,
youth.
I think you
I'm
can
sure you would
analyze
admit
it
that,
around some like real world aspects of Trump.
Yeah.
If you look at it as the world Trump wants to live in,
Yeah,
where
that's true.
he is on everybody's mantle in
He's
a picture
Mr. Sparkle.
frame,
Yeah.
and he's idolized by children around the world,
I'm
not
sure
even just Americans.
Have you gotten any calls from the Trump campaign?
Surprisingly, no. But
Because-
I know that motherfucker's seen it. There's no way in hell
I
he
know that
hasn't
he's seen it, and I guarantee you that he fucking loved it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And they're probably like,
you can't.
Donald, don't.
I bet you if I didn't put the Nazi thing in there, he would have posted it.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
I could imagine him sitting up at night on like an iPhone video editor and just cutting that part out and then freebooting it onto his own Twitter.
Replacing my watermark with
Yeah.
his,
You
like
see,
at real
the
Donald
Japanese love me.
This is
They
totally
love
me when I'm
Yeah.
president of Japan.
Trump. He so flows that shit.
Yeah, because like what was it before that? He was like, we got to give Japan and South Korea the nukes.
Yeah.
And then he would just, in his brain, would assume that, oh, see, they love the fact that I'm going to give them nukes, so they made this love letter to me,
Yeah, I
Donald
can
Trump.
see that. No.
I do love about that one, though. I mean, it's like I've been aware of you and the stuff you do for a while, but like I have to imagine most of the people who see that have no context for
yeah.
it at all,
Not
and
at
they're
all,
like,
no.
"Is this actually from Japan? Like, what the fuck is going on?"
It's mind blowing. Someone once told me, people are way stupider than you could possibly imagine, and that echoes in my head a lot. Well, recently, I mean, you know, the internet. I mean, it's a very vocal minority. The dumbest people are the loudest, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, not that people are stupid, but. Holy shit, dude! The comments on the Hillary video are blowing my mind. Like,
Yeah, you just said
it's-
today that you're like, I'm not doing another political video or
Yeah, that came out way angrier than I meant it to.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to like, man, that's it, guys. You don't get any more from me. Like, and I realized reading back that it came off like that. But no, I just meant that like I'm not a very political person at
Yeah.
all. I just want to watch the meme world burn. And I love memes. I love the internet.
yeah.
But like, you know, I don't really like to use my shit as a soapbox for any political views or anything like that. You know,
you did it fair. You did both.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, there's an imbalance in the force. I was like, I poked fun at Trump. I got to poke fun at Hillary.
Yeah, we run into the same problem where we'll like one day we did an entire video about Hillary and the emails and all that stuff a couple weeks ago, and then like a day later we had done a video about Trump because he said a bunch of ridiculous shit, which he does every day. But we did that, and then the comments on the Trump, we were like, "You liberal cuck,
You fucking cuck.
piece of
Yeah.
shit."
Well,
Like,
even then,
this-
it's
yeah.
like we never really talk about like policy or like
Yeah.
any of the actual meat of politics.
Yeah.
We're
Dumb
just
shit he
yeah,
says.
just observing the whole like circus of the whole thing. But like,
Yeah.
if you make fun of one person,
You're not
you obviously
commenting
support
on
the other one.
Hillary Clinton's tax plan. You're commenting on the fact that it's ridiculous for her to attempt to dab to be cool to kids.
Dude, what's really interesting, and I haven't, like, with the Trump thing, I got interviewed a lot by, like, literally everyone, which is crazy to me that it was such big news. Like, it was literally, like, headline news, which is like, what the fuck? How do you not have anything better to report on other than this stupid internet video? It's an internet video. But the difference in reactions between the two videos, like, are completely, I did not see them coming. Because with the Trump video, I was only called a cuck like 3 times.
Yeah.
Which blew my fucking mind because I expected an avalanche of hate.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is all the Trump supporters ended up loving it and like totally just not glazing over all the totalitarian and like Nazi symbolism and just like embracing it, which is really, really bizarre to me. And then the people who got it.
Yeah.
So, but with the Hillary video, everyone's really angry. and
Like, what's there to be even mad about though? It's so
everyone's
absurd.
just cringing's too hard, and half the people, more than half, like I'd say half to like 60% of the people actually think it's Hillary.
Well, the actress is great.
Yeah.
The one that you got is very, very dead on. Like
That's her
SNL
thing. Yeah.
quality.
Well,
That's her
when you
thing,
you
yeah.
posted a photo of her like a month ago doing the Vape Nation thing, and like it broke my brain a little bit. I was like, wait, how did he Photoshop that? Like, no, it's too good. Like, how do you make that?
Yeah.
Ethan even himself was like, dude, how the fuck did you make this?
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people thought it was her. And yeah, it's still, it blows my mind that A, people think it's her. B, that even people who know it's not her and know it's an actress still think it's paid for by Hillary's super PAC money
Yeah.
because of the paid for by Hillary Clinton at the
Well,
bottom.
they think
God.
that are using this like subversive advertising to like
Because they
really
made
connect
it
with.
small and like, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well, they're
thought
like this-
ooh, they found out.
It's
you
one
know?
of those things where it's like when it's, for some reason, when it's like a Democrat, they're like, well, you know, they could take a joke. They put this out there to, you know, they know that they're getting made fun of, but it's all in good fun.
Right.
So like, so it does become believable. And it was funny because when I reposted it on Facebook, really the people that liked it, because I'm from Florida. We've talked about this before on the podcast, but like I have a lot of family members and friends of family members and stuff that are Trump supporters or extremely right wing or whatever, and they surprisingly like loved the video, and I'm just like. So this is like it's a really divisive type thing because there's different things that people get about it.
Yeah, people take away different things from it, and a lot of people like read way too into it, and they're like, "Oh, the girl represents this, and like this represents this, and like."
But
like,
what does
there's,
Harambe
like, so much-
represent?
Right, exactly. I mean, love, obviously.
yeah.
Unity, respect.
Right.
Yeah.
And sacrifice for what's good in this world. Anyways, bless. Rest
He's
in
the
peace,
ultimate
Harambe.
sacrifice.
You live on forever in our hearts.
Yeah.
My dick's been out since day one.
Well,
you know?
we're hoping that Martin Shkreli can bring him back to life at any moment. He's gonna clone him apparently. So
Yeah.
hopefully he can come back.
Tight.
So the process with both of these videos, you worked with Rob Thei, who we've had on the podcast before, on the Hillary video. What's the process like when you're working with someone or a writer versus just doing something solo?
Yeah, well, so with the Trump thing, it was more just like, it was more just me and my DP Jan, who I'll come up with an idea, and then I'll invite Jan over, and like we basically just bounce shit back and forth until the idea is like fully formed. And then with Super Deluxe, since we actually have like money, that Time Warner money.
Yeah.
How
do you
what
do
up, Time Warner?
TTW?
What's up? I'm able to actually like bring in people I'm homies with that I actually want to work with. So George Maddox and Rob Thei both helped me on the Hillary video. I brought them into the office for a day, and we just had a little writer's room session. And I came up with the idea like I wasn't gonna do a Hillary video. First off, let me just say like I said, I'm not a huge political person. I don't really like getting my hands dirty into politics stuff, but like it's kind of one of those ideas that's so obvious, and I'm so like surprised nobody's really done it that like I was like, well, I might as well do it. And I made like I didn't want to release it on my own channel because I don't want to turn into like barely political, you know. And so that's why I was like, all right, this is perfect for Super Deluxe. Like this is like a separate thing, not like part of my shit. Anyways, so. What the fuck was the question again?
No, so like when you're working with other writers, what's the process like?
It's cool, man. So yeah, I just I'm sorry, I'm super ADD. So
Yeah.
I just came up with the idea and then basically called them over, and they helped me with more of the like jokes here and there. Like Rob Thei wrote one of my favorite lines, the what's Trump's KD ratio? He hasn't even shared his gamer tag. And that shit's great. And so yeah, I mean they both helped me out a lot with like just little stuff here and there, and like then a lot of her like actual like platform shit I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Because I am honestly in my head so far up my own ass. Like I'm just doing my own thing, and I just tune all this shit out because this election is just like it's so
chaos.
frustrating that I don't even want to deal with it, right? So like I just kind of like they helped me out a lot with like her actual like education reform and blah blah blah, like that kind of shit, because they both follow politics like way more than I do. So it was really good to have them help on that, and plus they're way smarter than me. They're both very smart dudes.
That brings up a good point, and not to blow so much smoke up your ass, but we were just talking yesterday. I was on Nerdist live stream yesterday, and we were talking about how SNL like got rid of these 3 people from their lineup, like just axed them before the next season, and like how they've been trying to like kind of bottle some of the Lonely Island magic that they lost because they don't have
with Kyle in them.
They don't have well, Kyle Mooney's great. He's awesome, but so they don't have like this. When Lonely Island left, they lost the viral
millennials.
Yeah, the viral ability to make things go viral the next day, the next morning on Sunday. You see it because people these days aren't necessarily staying up till midnight. I think that they've just made room for possibly, like, I think that you would be a perfect fit, especially with this Hillary video.
Man.
Like, I think
it does feel like an SNL sketch. Like
I know, that's what I was just thinking as you were talking about it, because it's what's his fucking name? The guy over there at NBC that runs SNL, Lorne Michaels. Get Lorne Michaels on the phone.
Get him on the phone.
Yeah.
All right.
Send Mike Diva to New York City.
It definitely,
It has a digital short like feel to it.
Yeah, and it's definitely it's got like not so much Key and Peele, but it's definitely got something like what Tim and Eric would put out there, just complete absurdity.
I
mean, obviously they're influences.
But speaking of that, like, what are some influences going as far back as when you started? Because the first one I made sure to write it down. The first one that I ever saw of yours, and I didn't know your name or who you were at the time, but I was working for Jimmy Urine for a while,
what?
Yeah, way back, like 2000.
You were working with almost at a legit spit take.
Yeah,
I'm glad you did.
So, I worked with MSI for
what the fuck did you do there?
I just did merch for them for like 2 tours.
I've
Yeah.
probably met you before.
Yeah. So that's when he did his Left Rights thing. The I'm on Crack video came out, and I was just like, my mind exploded. I was like, this is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And that was with like the it was like the Tupac impersonator.
Josh Holloway, #1 Tupac impersonator. What up, Josh? What's up?
So yeah, that was the first experience I had, and I was just like,
That's
this is
insane.
This is insane.
I'm gonna geek out with you about MSI
later
down the line because they're like, I mean, they've been my favorite band since I was 13.
Oh my god, yeah. They literally made fun of me the day that they found out that I actually had one of their CDs when I was in high school, and I was already out with them. They were like, literally giving me the hardest time about it. They were making fun of me so badly.
Wow.
Like, we have a fan working for us. Like, whoa. And I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, they're weird about that.
But so, when I saw that, I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy that this is on, like, because at the time it was like Adult Swim would do stuff like that. You wouldn't see it on, like, these free platforms and stuff like that. So going off of that, like, what was kind of your inspiration when you started doing videos like this?
I mean, okay, like when I was like 13, 14, my main inspiration to get into like videos in general was like Michelle Gondry, Chris Cunningham, the whole Director's Label DVD. All those DVDs jacked off on.
Those, when we had we talked about this before we started filming. We had the Daniels in, and that was another one of their inspirations. Were that DVD set?
It was a great.
I owned a lot of lives, dude.
Have they updated that series at all?
Palm Pictures Director's Label DVD set.
The most. It has inspired an entire generation of filmmakers. It was one of the most insane things because
there's
you get
nothing else like it.
They're music videos, but they're these super artistic short
in the
films.
in the heyday of music videos.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what really made me want to do music videos was that. And then, you know, I realized that the video industry is dead and like it's really impossible to make any money unless like you're doing like, you know, Britney Spears or Linkin Park videos or something. But and not that I haven't had opportunities to do shit like that, but a lot of that music's just not my thing. So it's like every music video I've done is just I've lost a ton of money making.
Yeah.
But I digress. So wait. We were talking about inspiration. Okay. So I mean, honestly, right now the Daniels are like my #1 inspiration. Those guys, I look up to those guys so much. Their shit gives me chills, and like not many music videos and stuff gives me chills anymore. You know.
And when we were speaking with them, it was like, I mean, I'm a huge fan of So Sorry Man. That was one of my favorite movies of the year, and it was like amazing to sit and talk with them about it and have them be such fans of their own, like not of their own work, but being blown away by the reception that their movie's getting and stuff. And when we were talking to them, it was all about they were just experimenting with After Effects, and they would get. I think what was the site that they went to? Video Copilot. So they would go to Video Copilot, and then
Andrew Kramer, what up, dog?
Yeah. So they would go there and they'd figure out.
I'm gonna make a gang sign for every single person I shout out.
They would find things that they wanted it to look like, sort of, and they'd take that tutorial and then they'd expand on it.
That's exactly how I learned.
So talk about like. I mean, I guess you can.
The thing about the Daniels is, and Corridor Digital even, is that like I've always been so envious of people that have like 2 of the same dude. You know, the Daniels are both geniuses. Corridor Digital, they're both geniuses. Like, I really wish there was like another dude that can help me out and like, you know, co-direct.
Well, you have your DP.
Stuff. Yeah, but he doesn't do like VFX or doesn't direct.
Are you doing all of the VFX on everything you do?
Most of it. Well, nowadays, like, you know, I'm able to hire more people out and then basically get elements from different people and then composite them together.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was wondering about because there's just a lot of assets.
So how long does it take you to complete one? Like, say the Hillary video. How long from start to finish? Aside from actual filming,
right?
Post-production, how long is that process, and what's your day-to-day like?
This one was different. This one was interesting because, you know, I had Super Deluxe. Crew and stuff. So it was like, I mean, the Donald Trump video took about a month and a half, and then the Hillary video, it probably was like a 3-week process, maybe like 3 weeks.
And did you use their staff as well?
Yeah, so like I had help with VFX. Two people helped out VFX, and then I did VFX as well because there's just a lot.
Yeah,
and so I had to kind of, you know, just VFX supervise these other guys and kind of, you know, give notes and then tweak things, do like a final pass over the end of it, yeah, I mean, you know, something like that. If I was doing it by myself completely, it probably would have taken like 2 months, you know.
And something like Donald Trump in any one of the bigger scenes, VFX wise, how many layers or compositions or whatever are you working with?
My After Effects files are such clusterfucks. I mean, they're just like. They're like, if any real After Effects artist like saw that shit, he'd probably like cringe to death, because like it's just tons of layers, nothing's labeled. All my project names are like Donald Trump, fuck you, new 2, final 2, and like those are like every single, like I'm fucking crazy.
So do you lose stuff in the timeline all the time?
All the time, yeah. Like if I just took the time to label it correctly, and if I wasn't a crazy person, then I totally would be like, it'd take me way shorter to do anything.
And are you completely self-taught, or did you go to school for it or anything?
Yeah. Same thing. School of Andrew Kramer, video co-pilot. What's up with that Action Essentials 3, Kramer? When's it coming out?
It's been a while. It's been a long time since Action Essentials 2.
Yeah.
We're tired of seeing the same blood hits, bro. What up?
I mean, he got that whole thing with him in like Star Wars, where like he helped out on like The Force Awakens, and as part of the deal, he got access to all these assets. So like you can buy Star Wars assets through Video Copilot.
It's
free.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
And he started a new show just last week.
What the?
Nice.
Yeah, so you should.
We gotta geek out about Video Copilot later.
Yeah, download those 3D X-wing models.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Zoom around.
Timeout.
Whoa. All right, Zach Morris.
Yeah, I was having a good time talking
All right,
to him.
Zack Snyder. Cut.
Not all Zacks are the same.
This is cut.
And sorry, Mike Diva.
Yeah.
It's time for an ad, because the lights don't stay on unless we get sponsored.
Someone
there
didn't
we
buy
go.
a Loot Crate. Two people didn't buy a
You
Loot
can't
Crate.
even see me, but anyway, this episode is brought to you by Loot Crate.
Oh, hey, they got the lights on.
Yeah, Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service for epic, geek, and gamer items and pop culture gear.
And they sponsor our lights.
Yeah, for less than $20 a month. You get 4 to 8 items, includes licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, one-of-a-kind items that are very unique.
Yeah.
And more.
Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/ETC and enter code ETC to save $3 on any new subscription. Loot Crate, it's more than a subscription service. It's an entire community of fans that share their experience and interact with each other around the unboxing of each month's crate. And they guarantee $40 or more in value every crate. Sometimes it's more. So take that crate down to the pawn shop and ask Big Rick over there in whatever his pawn shop's called.
I'm trying to run a business.
Yeah, listen here. I'm gonna get a guy in here that knows things about Loot Crates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every month there's also a different theme, which is cool. You see, you're not getting the same items every month, because that wouldn't make any sense. All the items are curated around that new theme each month. Previous crates have included items from franchises that you love, like Star Wars, Marvel, The Walking Dead, The Legend of Zelda, and so many more. This month, from bad guys doing good things for the wrong reason to good guys with questionable tactics, August is the perfect time to explore the anti-hero.
Walk the hero-villain line, like a lot of people do, with this 100% exclusive collection of items from DC Comics, Archer, Dark Horse, and Kill Bill that include 2 great collectibles, a wearable, and of course, the monthly tee. Did you forget about the pin? I hope you didn't, because they put it in there for us to read.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah,
Remember. You only have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific, not a.m., not Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. When the cutoff happens, sorry, buddy.
That's midnight on the East
Better
Coast.
go down, hit up those pawn shops and see if someone else dropped off the crate, but it's gonna cost you more than $20.
Can we read this one at the same exact time? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So go to lootcrate.com/ETC and enter code ETC
to save
$3 on your new subscription today.
Let's get back to talking about the memes. We've already talked about the editing process and stuff like that. I don't know. I still want to talk about like how in your mind you map out like any scene, because it looks like we were just talking about, there's so many layers that are going into this. Like, at what point do you write down what you want it to look like?
It's a little stream of consciousness. Like,
really?
Yeah, I'm not a you know those people that can like visualize things in their brain and like see it like crystal clear. I don't know if there's a word for it, but I'm not one of those people. I literally have to like throw a bunch of shit at a wall until something sticks that I like. And so it's a lot of like trial and error and a lot of like coming up with things and then things not working and then tweaking them. So it's kind of like a weird process that you know, I never really know quite how long a video is going to take me, because like sometimes I'll just be tweaking on the same shot for like days.
Yeah.
So
And have you ever like had notes from, if you do a music video or something like that, have you ever had notes where they're just like, hey, can you go in and fix this? And you're just like, I don't know where the file is. Or
dude, actually, funny story. The first mindless self-indulgence video I did, when I was 17 for Mark David Chapman. It was not a very good video, but Gallus, their manager at the time, I'm sure you know Gallus very well.
I possibly. They were with Metropolis or something.
Yeah, he's a big mountain man looking dude. Anyways, he's crazy, and he wanted me to change. This girl in the video looks too much like Lindsay, their bass player.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to change her hair from black to blonde, which is like. Okay, I literally what I did was I showed him a mock-up of what it would look like, and like in Photoshop, I just like photoshopped blonde, like shitty blonde hair. Like I think I like used paint or something, and I was like, this is what it would look like, dude. Like you can't do that. Like be CG hair or something. That was the worst. That was the worst one I've gotten.
Yeah, and then you've done more recently. You've done you did a video for Jake, Kill the Noise. You've done videos for a lot of electronic artists, M Machine, Destroyed.
Yeah.
And I mean the electronic music is obviously in a lot of the videos. Do you produce any of the stuff that's in the videos?
Yeah, I don't have as much time to anymore, just because like the video stuff is taking up so much time.
Yeah.
But I like the Kazoo Kid Trap thing. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was like the first song I've done in a minute, and
which was just massive on like every platform too. It was just like every single person shared that video. It was
viral.
Crazy. And then
viral videos.
I guess we can jump into literally the next point of that, which is speaking of viral videos. It must be, especially for, I mean, Super Deluxe I'm sure has it on lockdown right now, but as a one-man kind of task force, what's the process like in defending yourself against freebooting on Twitter, Facebook?
Oh, yeah. I've
YouTube.
seen a lot of your shit on Facebook.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be blocked out with like giant letters like, check out Kazoo Kid Trap Remix, and it's not you.
No, and the worst is like when they come up with this stupid, like my favorite was a Kazoo Kid one repost on Instagram that had like, you know, like 1 million views. And it was like, when you and your friends turn up in the club. Like, really? Like, you guys threw a dart at a fucking board for that one. You're
this is
like,
totally me when I watch Kazoo Kid.
Right,
And it
like,
cuts to it.
That face when you see that ass.
They could literally be applied to any video. They just have that laying around in a text document somewhere and just like, fuck it, it'll work.
What was the first time that you saw something and you spotted it and you were like, fuck, that person just got 5 million views or whatever off my video and mine got less or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been happening since, you know, I mean, it's internet, so it happens. And nowadays, I ignore it a little bit more just because, like, I don't know, like, yeah, you know, you gotta let the meme go. If you're gonna make
this is for the world.
If you love a
let it
meme,
go. If you love it, let it go, man. I mean, you gotta release it out into the wild like a beautiful baby bird, and you just gotta let that bird fly, you know. And if people steal it and repost it, then that's fine. That's, you know, it is a little bit frustrating when it's like, you know, I'm losing out on that audience and those views, whatever. But what are you gonna do? I mean,
well, do you ever go and track those down, or do people send you links? And is there any action that you can take as just
people send me the
person?
links all the time,
and then, you can claim them? And
I actually just forward them to my manager at the Collective, Studio 71, and they take care of as many as possible.
Yeah,
like if it's like a really really big one, and it's like
Lad Bible or something.
Right, exactly, and you know it happens, and if it's a big one like that, and then they also don't credit me, usually what I do is I won't take a video down. I won't take it down. I hit them up. A lot of times I'll hit them up and just say, hey, just throw my credit in there. It's cool. You know, just at Mike Diva. Video by at Mike Diva. That's all I care about. Yeah. And that's it. You can keep the video up, whatever.
Get because views, they're essentially advertising your ability to do videos for people.
Right, exactly. So it's like, it's not hurting me, but it's just like, don't be a dick about it, you know? And so like 99% of these people, like, you know, they'll put their own watermark over my watermark and then like shout out themselves in the description and shit, and like, it's kind of scummy attitude, but you know, it's internet. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
And, sorry, to finish the moot point though, the first time that happened and the most notable time was when I did this video called "Sexy Sax Man" like ages ago. Yeah, it was like my first big viral video. Yeah. And
I didn't know that was you, actually.
By the way,
a lot of people don't.
That has become like a go-to Halloween costume now too.
It's really weird.
SNL ripped it off too.
SNL did rip it off. They should just
with
pay
John
you.
Hamm.
Oh no! I think we've actually Sergio. Like we both kind of ripped that off from SNL.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you're in the clear, SNL.
Yeah.
Give him a call.
We changed the character up enough and changed the song and stuff, but yeah. Actually, There's debate about that.
Which came first, the SNL or
No,
the Diva?
actually, okay, here's the thing. Weird story. Sergio claims, and I don't really fuck with Sergio anymore, so I don't know. But Sergio claims that they actually based the character off of him because he's friends with some of the writers at SNL.
That would make sense.
And he is always popping up and playing saxophone in different places.
I saw him at like 3 weeks after that video.
Or was
popped
it
up.
an
He was at a
impersonator?
bar I was at, and like it was like seeing Santa Claus. It was great. I was like,
Yeah.
the people I was with are like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "That's Sergio Flores."
Don't you
That's
know?
so funny. Yeah, no, it's just a character we made up, and then like he kind of took the baton and ran with it, and
Yeah.
he's been running with it ever since. He's still getting flown out all over the world as a sexy sax man. So
Yeah, I
That's
saw him.
incredible.
'Cause I think I saw him.
He's gonna pop
At,
up in
like,
Donald Trump's White House.
I'm sure
That's
at
gonna
some
be the
point.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
He definitely, I think, popped up during a DJ set I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
where
that too.
They're like they use a Careless Whispers sample, and then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, there he is for 20 seconons.
Yeah.
So what was that experience
$5,000.
like when you saw that?
Yeah.
like-
So okay. So what I was saying is basically a dude cut off the intro to the video, and it was like before I kind of really knew what I was doing. I had this long ass intro where I was like introducing, I was talking and explaining the fucking video. I didn't know what I was doing, but he cut the intro off and then just uploaded the video by itself, like the 30-second intro out, and that shit blew up on Reddit like huge. And this was like a month and a half after I dropped the video, and so like his video went viral, and then I had the collective take that video down and link back to mine, and everyone was furious. They were like, "Fuck you! Like, how dare you take that video down?" The entire comments were like flooded with "fuck you, piece of shit!" Like, how dare you? Like, that version was way better than you. Now I have to see your faggot ass at the beginning of this video. Blah 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 blah.
Oh my
I was just
God.
like, Jesus, man. So that was my
Wow.
first lesson in internet,
Wow.
and so I re-uploaded that dude's same cut.
Yeah.
I made the exact same cuts, and I uploaded that version of the video. And I replied to all the comments, and I was like, "Hey, if you want to see that version, it's over here." And
Yeah.
then everyone was cool again, and that version became viral. So.
Yeah. Well,
How dare you try to take credit for
Yeah.
something you did?
No, that
and
was
then
their
that guy
attitude.
strikes
It was,
you
like,
because it was his
crazy.
cut.
It was mind blowing. Like, yeah, that's the general
Especially
attitude.
like, because that was what, like 5 years ago
yeah.
ish. Like, I think people didn't really like get. I mean, a lot of people still don't, but back then people didn't understand that like internet content was not just coming from the sky.
Oh, no,
like
no, they
people
still don't-
were
they still don't get
making
that.
it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's that.
That's what, like,
No.
going back to what you said earlier, there's a lot of people on the internet that are really, really stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
But people now, at least, like, because of all the personalities that have come up on YouTube, like, they do, I think people
They
are
have a better idea,
They're more
I guess.
aware of that, like,
Someone is making this
yeah,
on
this
some
is
kind of
someone's
computer
job.
somewhere.
And you're getting it for free.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing is like, well, so many people complain. It's like, then don't watch it. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Like,
Yeah, you don't even have to pay for it.
yeah. I'm not on RedTube, dog. Come on. Nobody's on RedTube, but.
Cam the Dank Dude at Ninja Muffin 99.
Nice.
He asks, "Do you?"
I'm
think
sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. I just realized that like you could see my legs at the bottom of this screen.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've been like fidgeting. I'm a fidgeter, right?
that's
I
fine.
tap and like I'm gonna
Yeah.
look like a fucking tweaker in this video. So
she'll just zoom in.
just black bar my leg
yeah,
down,
just
please.
Just find a
Censored.
find a
one-
good still of his legs and just overlay them on top of it.
It'll take a couple hours of masking.
Yeah.
Something
It'd be
like,
like
whatever, dude.
the scene in Speed when they escape the bus by
Yeah.
just looping the tape over and over again, but just his legs.
Find a good solid loop of no leg
Yeah, I'll
movement.
give you a loop. I'll give you a plate. There's my legs looking natural.
Yeah.
All right, dope.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
Thank
gonna
you.
be a little like dot on it every time. So
Bless.
you know.
Thank you so much.
Anyways, the Cam the Dank Dude, he wants to know, do you think 2016 is a bad year for memes, at least compared to 2015?
For memes.
Oh man, the meme climate is pretty.
You can't base 2016 on any other thing, not the politics, not the Olympics, not
mean,
the terrible.
I know how I feel
yeah.
about this, but
Please,
I'd love to hear your take.
I think is a fine time for memes. I think that it's actually been a pretty good meme year. Our meme harvest has been bountiful, and I've had a lot of successful memes out there this year. So I'm gonna say it's solid. It's a solid meme year. Go invest in memes, everyone. It's a good year.
The market is strong.
It's a very strong
It's
market.
a great, like, we've had There was one hiccup with Damn Daniel, which I thought was fucking retarded.
I didn't get that meme at all.
Yeah,
but we got, I'm sorry, Dicks Out for Harambe is really funny.
It's
to me
the best.
We got Dat Boy.
Dat Boy was great. Dat Boy was great for 2 days.
Arthur had a resurgence.
Yeah, Arthur,
I'm sure that PBS is loving it because they're like,
their dicks are so hard right now.
Yeah.
For Harambe.
SpongeGar.
Or
just SpongeBob really reaching his full potential now.
Finally,
yeah.
10 years
SpongeBob,
after being off the air.
Yeah.
Who knew that his full potential was to be a meme?
Well, I think for that, it's like, I think the people that work at Nickelodeon would find it endearing that it has become a meme. Whereas they're like the people behind Archer actually spoke out about how they didn't want their.
Well, it's like PBS.
They're like, we don't want our cartoon to be represented in a light like this.
It's their job to be somewhat humorless.
Yeah.
Like they have to be very careful because they get money from the government. Like if they show any approval for the Arthur memes,
Yeah. Well, just
people
don't
are gonna
say
be like,
anything.
oh, don't give them. Yeah. So they, I'm sure publicly they're like, we don't appreciate the inappropriateness of these Arthur memes, but they're probably going right back in their office and looking at the hottest new Arthur memes.
Yeah.
And jacking off.
Yeah. When
we made
the
that.
government makes
Just jacking off to some Arthur memes.
when the government makes you apologize for the Arthur memes. What else was there this year? There's too many to count. It's been a very
I was
fruitful
gonna
year.
mention something, and then Arthur memes jacking off about Arthur memes threw me off.
Harambe, Dat Boy, Damn Daniel, Arthur. I know we're missing some.
Yeah, we're definitely missing. There's been so many.
There's been a lot. Damn Daniel was definitely a huge meme misstep, and I don't.
Because
Society
it wasn't
will
a meme.
remember
It was
that.
just something like teenagers shouted at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
specifically one teenager.
Yeah.
But they did give their lifetime supply of vans to
anytime
like
Ellen
4 people or something.
Anytime a meme reaches Ellen, it's dead.
Oh, in a
clinically
week,
dead.
Ellen's gonna be just copying your video with just like, "Hey, it's me. I like the memes too." On a hoverboard.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Ellen. I
Yeah.
think she's
I got
charming.
no
as fuck.
problem with her.
I have no
would
problem
love to
with
be on
Ellen,
Ellen's
except
show.
that she's a meme killer.
Yeah.
Oh, she is absolutely.
And
But you could say that about any mainstream media, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true, yeah.
Whatever. It's like if a meme gets, people have this attitude. People have this attitude about me. I mean, I get called a normie all the time because I
Normie?
I literally the only reason why is because I do things that look semi-professional, kind
Yeah.
of, a little bit.
I think being called a normie is a good thing.
It's like, what's a normie?
Well, basically someone who's not on 4chan all day.
Oh,
Right,
Like-
right.
like, oh, thank you. Yes,
I
I'm
do
a
talk to
mo-
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I am on 4chan quite a bit. Actually, not anymore.
and that's almost a fedora.
Yeah, no, come on. That's
almost-
You
What
can't do
model
that. It's
of
like,
hat is
It's
that?
like, it's like 3 steps away from a fedora. There's
What
3
model?
sectors
What do they
here.
call that one?
This is a C72. It's a newer model. Came out this year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well,
Where have I seen that hat? What famous old-timey movie characters have worn that hat?
I mean, Walter White wore it.
oh, did he? Was that the one
okay.
he
Is
wore?
that the Walter White hat?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the
Okay.
official.
It's not a fedora.
I didn't go
Well, that's
to the
good.
Walter White store to get it, but no, it's not. Yeah, it's not a fedora. All right, guys, it's official. Not a fedora. All right.
Yeah, not a
I
fedora.
did come in on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
So I still got that going for me,
Yeah.
but it's not a fedora.
Well, I mean, a fedora by itself, a hoverboard by itself, one thing.
Right.
But together,
Combined, yeah.
yeah, that's
They're
like more powerful
stronger
than
than
the
some
sum
other
of its
parts.
parts.
Right,
Yeah.
and the vape. Don't forget the vape.
Yeah, and the
I
vape.
got a
You
little
need the
bit of a
vape.
neck beard going on. It's starting.
You should shave
I'm grooming
everything
it.
except
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Well, we've already talked about this, but what's your if you could take a hard stance on the Harambe movement, what would it be?
I mean-
that's from I got to get it out here. Sir Void Eater. There, okay.
All right.
He would want credit.
What's his name?
Sir Void Eater.
Sir Void Eater.
Sir
He
Void
eats
Eater.
the void.
I kind of like that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Twitter handle is @ROI 82,000. So
Roy.
it's a return on investment, I guess. I don't know.
He got $82,000 back on his.
He sold Roy at
Yeah.
Roy. He sold at Roy and got $82,000 for it. So if you were running for president, and the debates are coming up, and they're like, listen, future President Diva, your opponent has a lot of opinions about Harambe. Has a lot of opinions about the actions that the people at the zoo took. Had a lot of opinions about the cause of the death, and had a lot of opinions about the gorilla itself and its how it affected society or contributed to it. Mr. Diva, please give us your thoughts on Harambe, because otherwise, how will we ever elect you president?
Look, every dick that comes out for Harambe regenerates him just a little bit more.
Yeah.
He will come back. There will be a second coming, and he will lead us to the light. That's my stance on Harambe.
Okay, good.
It's great.
That's a good stance.
He died for our sins. He'll come back.
He is the
Pretty
new
much
Jesus.
the only stance worth taking.
Yeah, he's the new Jesus. And in 2,000 years, people will be fighting holy wars for Harambe. Holy war for Harambe.
And furthermore,
Holy war for
once
Harambe.
I am elected and enough dicks come out, I will vacate my seat.
And
give
Harambe
it-
can
give
take
it to
over.
Harambe, President Harambe.
I actually like really, really, really want to make this video, but by the time I'm done making it, Harambe will be just deader than Harambe. So like I think it'd be really funny to do like a In the Eyes of an Angel type video, like put your dicks out for Harambe, and like
Sad
slow
music.
black and white footage of him dragging the kid around. With like superimposed like gorilla faces over it, and
Yeah.
just like all beautiful and shit. And
You
day
should
counts.
do it. You should do it for the anniversary, whenever that is. When was that?
It was in
I feel like an asshole.
Happened
for not
in
remembering.
May.
Right. So like I was actually
the
talking with a friend
anniversary.
about this. I have a theory that Harambe will have a second meme coming, and
Yeah.
I think that
The
what will make
anniversary.
it funny is hashtag dick still out, or like my dick never left, or something. You know, it's like
The internet needs to come together.
I agree that-
And set up a memorial on the 1 year everyone goes to the Cincinnati Zoo, and it's like a giant flash mob of Harambe supporters.
Yeah.
Everyone
In
brings like
gorilla
bananas,
suits.
bananas, and they're all dragging children
All their
around.
dicks
and-
are out.
Yeah, all their dicks are out. But yeah, we were talking yesterday about it would be great to. This is just a random thing we had during a video, but if. Harambe was the star of his sitcom, and every time he came home, he just busted through the door,
destroying everything.
with his briefcase and his tie, and just grabbed his kid out of like the seat in the kitchen and just swung.
I love you, son.
he's just having
Daddy's
this like
home, and the
normal
kid's
dad
like,
conversation about like, well, how was school? He's dragging the kid around.
Yeah, he's just so powerful. He has no coordination for
The
his
thing is he
skills.
doesn't know his own strength.
Right.
He
Yeah,
was
that's
trying
the
to
joke.
protect the kid.
That's the only joke in the show. Is that Harambe does not know his own
He's
strength.
a lovable goof that just doesn't know.
Oh, what have I done? Let me help. And then he just makes
crushes
it
the
worse.
baby skull.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Every episode ends with a baby skull crushing.
It's a funeral.
And his wife's always like, Harambe!
And he looks at the camera, that's just my life. And it freezes.
Yeah.
Baby blood on his
Yeah.
hands. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Specifically baby skulls, though. Nobody else is.
Harambe!
Where'd he get the baby? Who gave him another baby after last time?
Oh god, they keep having to baby-proof his house, but it's just those things can get into anything.
Yeah.
Babies can get
Those
through
pesky
the tiniest.
babies, dude.
Yeah, they're a nuisance. Get rid of the babies. Keep Harambe.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
my stance. That's my political stance when I
They-
run for president. No more babies. All the Harambes. Done.
I really think we can clone him, and I think there will be enough of a public outcry to actually do it. Have we cloned a gorilla yet?
I know people who actually don't think he's dead.
That's like a government conspiracy.
I think that like it's like that. Well, I don't see any pictures of the body, so I mean,
Oh, it's like
Where is he
Osama
then?
bin Laden. The whole thing that happened with that.
that shit, dude.
Yeah, we just took Harambe's body
we just
and dumped
dumped
it in the ocean.
We just dumped it, dude. Don't worry about it.
Harambe was a Muslim, so they. The thing is they
Not many
have their
people
own
knew
burial
this.
rights
Yeah.
and procedures. So we wanted to honor that, and
Right.
so I'm like an asshole now because I probably don't know what it really is. But did they just dumped bin Laden in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
They dumped him in the ocean so there wouldn't be any landmark for where his body was.
Oh, so that's not like a tradition.
No.
Well, then
Well,
they should
they
do that
did
for
do-
Harambe
they
too,
did do
because
something,
if
but-
you bury Harambe publicly, it's going to be a huge like tourist attraction.
Right,
become a
people are
martyr.
going to dig him up.
Yes. They're gonna get some of that Harambe DNA,
Yeah.
and then we're all fucked.
gonna
It's good.
take,
Harambe is the prequel to Planet of the Apes.
Well, it's
Oh,
like all
shit.
the old like Catholic saints, like people would dig them up and take like a fingertip or just
Yeah.
like little pieces of their body and put it in a little glass case. And now those are at like churches around the world. They're like, oh, this is like the fingernail of Saint.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, this is like a real thing. So that would probably happen with Harambe.
Yeah, they would be at zoos all
Yeah,
over the
people
world.
would just take off his
yeah,
little
we all
fingertips.
got a little
and
piece
shit.
of Harambe. Where is Harambe?
Yo,
Did they ever? I hope they didn't.
fingertips.
I hope they didn't like cremate him. That'd be such a waste.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of gorilla to bury.
Yeah, I think they probably cremated
But the
him.
thing is you got to keep some of that DNA.
you
I
gotta
know
keep
for
those
a
tips,
fact
dude. I want
that
those
they-
tips.
They did keep his DNA. There's no way they wouldn't keep his DNA.
Well, yeah,
They're
I mean,
scientists,
I'm sure
these
all they have
people.
to do is swab the zoo. He's probably
He's got
been all
DNA
over it.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Just get the kid.
he's a 17-year-old
kid and he got his
virgin.
hands.
He probably had jizz everywhere. So
What is that kid's life now?
Well, it's only been like 6 months. I'm sure he's still like a young.
He
probably
still has
didn't
no
know.
idea what happened.
Well, that's the thing is the Harambe kid's gonna grow up with that stigma attached to him.
That he killed our savior.
Probably still asking, where's that nice old man that protected me at the
when
zoo?
I fell into the zoo.
Oh,
Okay,
he's doing fine.
He's doing fine, yeah. They gave him a bigger zoo somewhere up in heaven.
Yeah.
That he runs around
He's
in.
still taking his nap.
That
Yeah,
kid's
that
gonna,
kid's
have a rough
gonna be
future.
fucked up in
Yeah,
this
high
future.
school's gonna be real bad. For
Oh
him.
yeah.
Let's see. We're at almost the cutoff point, so let's see. Okay, two. One rapid fire, the other one a little bit more explanation, but rapid fire one. Which one of your videos is your favorite? This guy's favorite at David W.R. Campbell is Rasta Claus.
That's a tough question. Honestly, probably now, like, I mean, I'm rarely ever like actually proud of my shit. I mean, one of those people that like, you know, all I see is just like the mistakes and the shit I could have done better. You know, that's literally all I see. But I would say like the Trump video is probably like one of my favorite things I've ever done. I would say that's up there. Yeah,
Nice.
I feel like that video is like even with the Hillary video, it's like, it's not perfect. There's like, it's cringy, but it's like, you know, I don't know. But the Trump video is like actually, in my opinion, like, yeah, it's really indicative of like the shit that I like and the shit that I want to do. And, you know, it's very like, I don't know. I feel like it worked out really nicely.
All right. And then at Screamicide.
Dude, that's a pretty fucking sick name, bro.
It could be like at S Creamicide, which is like, I would assume.
Senor Creamicide?
It's Senor Creamicide.
No, I'm pretty sure it's How many X's were in the name?
He probably changed it after a couple of years.
Okay.
It used to be lowercase x, uppercase
X, right.
Screamicide, uppercase x, lowercase x.
Exactly.
He wants to know, what else do you have plans to make some beautifully wacky videos of? And I guess to tie onto that is, at this point, are people like companies like Super Deluxe and stuff like that, did they approach you for projects like this?
Yeah. I've been approached by a lot of random people.
On the street?
Yeah, that too. No, MTV actually just hit me up recently, and they're trying to, I don't know, they're trying to do some, like, they're trying to make MTV a thing.
Yeah. Like, do for us what you did for Hillary Clinton, because we want to be the cool meme guys.
It's dat MTV.
The M, we want the M in MTV to stand for meme in 2017.
Oh, God.
Meme TV.
I can see them doing
Meme
that.
TV
but,
would be great. But do you have any plans in the future for like the next video or any ideas aside from Harambe?
Well, I got, it's not really meme related, but I'm doing a short film that's a pitch for a feature that was written by Max Landis of Chronicle and American Ultra, and I'm sure you guys have plenty of mixed feelings about the guy.
Yes.
As most people do.
Yeah.
I love the dude. He's great. And he wrote me this amazing horror short that's Skybound's producing, and I'm really, really excited about it. We're shooting it in 2 months. And I just love doing like polar opposite things.
Yeah.
I love like, I feel like comedy and horror are both like in the same folder in my brain because they both just rely on the unexpected. And
Yeah, that's like the saying for the entertainment industry is, you know, it came up when Ghostbusters kind of flopped or whatever, lost $70 million. It's like you don't need to spend $180 million to do a comedy or a horror because those things can always be so done so well for next to nothing.
Right.
And yeah,
exactly.
They live by their own, like, how good they are is based on the people behind it, not how much money they spend.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's gonna be a fun thing that's gonna be coming out. I'll be shooting it in like a month or so, and it's basically centers around a girl that has a spider in her brain that gets pulled out through her eye, and it's way more fun and interesting than it sounds. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool.
Awesome.
I'm excited. I'm an excited boy.
We're looking forward to it. It'll be the second Max Landis thing I've ever watched, but I'll make sure that I do it just for you. So thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was really fun. Really appreciate it. I'm just gonna hover on.
Yeah.
We're out of here. All right. Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks again to Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box for geeks, gamers, pop culture nerds, and whatever other stereotype we can throw in there. From bad guys doing good things to good guys with questionable tactics. August is the perfect time to explore the anti-hero.
Dorks!
Walk the hero villain line with this 100% exclusive collection of items from stuff like
Dark, DC Comics, Archer, Dark Horse, and Kill Bill. Poindexter.
Yeah.
It includes 2 great collectibles, a wearable, and of course, that monthly t-shirt. Don't forget the pin.
Yeah, you only have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. When the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. Too late. Where do we tell them to go, Elliot? Let's do it again together. 1, 2, 3.
So go to lootcrate.com/ETC and enter code ETC.
Why'd you do that again? You screwed up the exact same way.
I keep thinking promo code ETC.
At least it's like the continuity's there, I guess.
Lootcrate.com/ETC, enter code ETC.
Let's do it again together, okay? We got nothing but time. It's the end of the video.
Boop,
ready?
Boop, boop. So go to lootcrate.com/ETC and enter code ETC.
Oh, fuck, I did it that time. All right, hold on. Start over. Okay, ready? Boop, boop, boop.
So go to lootcrate.com/ETC and enter code ETC to save $3 on your new subscription today.
Cool.
That's an advertisement.